Fun, very horny, and pretty campy. Yes, it's directed by John Landis, who's a great director, but I'm not getting into it. You can go read about all that. But anyways, one of the things he directed was Michael Jackson's Thriller, which I obsessed over. It was so fun. The zombie designs were amazing. I loved how they shuffled around but managed to dance so well. The wolf practical effects were so cool. Thriller was like 2 horror movies in one, plus a psychological horror movie because Michael Jackson's character was heavily gaslighting the Scream Queen so hard. I still regret not getting these toys when they came out while I was in college. I was too concerned about my future and finances to even think about throwing money at toys. I'm gonna try to get them at some point. I saw Innocent Blood at a way too young of an age. It was probably 92 or 93, so I would have been around 8 years old. Like I said, very horny movie, but that's not what intrigued me. I was fascinated by the look of the movie, the grittiness, sometimes saturated scenes but also desaturated scenes, the makeup and practical effects. I loved the vampires. Their eyes and mannerisms were frightening, at least to an 8-year-old. At that time, I've already seen a bunch of frightening movies. The 80s and early 90s were dead set on traumatizing the kids. So for this movie to give me a small case of the creeps is saying something. There's a lot in Innocent Blood that really stuck with me. The protagonist, Mary, cuffing herself and curling into a very peculiar position on the bed. The way the vampires explode in the sunlight. The concept of vampires in a modern day setting and they're just casually among us, unknown to most of the population. The vampire mob slowly taking over and the authorities struggling to deal with it, not knowing how in over their heads they are, all while civilians are catching strays. It fascinated me. However, this movie kinda sucks. The pacing is awful, it can be pretty funny at times, but the tone shifts drastically throughout the runtime. The main characters are all very interesting and a lot of the mobster vampire villains, especially Sal, are so cool, but none of the characters get to do much. The actors aren't to blame. I think they all did great, but there's tons of missed opportunities. Plenty of great concepts and imagery, but nothing was followed through. Even the title of the movie doesn't really fit for me. Who's innocent? Like yeah, Mary is well intended, but I don't know about completely innocent. This movie had several different titles in different regions, one being Bloody Mary. They should have gone with that for every region. It's more in line with the humor of the movie. When I saw Blade in theaters, the entire time watching it, especially during the hospital scene, it kept reminding me of Innocent Blood. There's small similarities in the use of color and the aesthetics of the vampires. I wonder if they were partly influenced by Innocent Blood. I know it's considered a bad movie, and I agree, yet I still really enjoy it. And I can't stress enough how much of a lasting impression it had on me. Seeing it as an adult probably wouldn't have affected me like that. So I'm happy I saw it when I did. I'm glad I'm a traumatized 80s baby. By the way, I didn't know this as a kid, but later found out about the many horror Easter eggs in this movie. There's plenty of cameos. My faves are Sam Raimi and Linnea Quigley.